announced a ceasefire between Israel and Lebanon, contingent on a complete cessation of fire by Iran-backed militant group Hezbollah, as well as evacuation of its operatives from southern Lebanon. That helped global oil benchmark Brent crude to fall 1% to around $97 a barrel, but it remains unclear whether the agreement will halt fighting in Lebanon.
The British Foreign Minister Yvette Cooper is meeting her Indian counterpart and the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi in New Delhi. Closer collaboration between the two countries as they both face economic shocks from global conflicts is on the agenda. Rebecca Bunden reports from Mumbai.
Yvette Cooper arrived in New Delhi late Wednesday local time on her first official visit to India, which comes immediately after her trip to China. This comes as the Middle East conflict has disrupted energy security. The British High Commission described India as a top priority partner for the UK and said that the Foreign Secretary's trip builds on the visit by Business and Trade Secretary Peter Kyle earlier this week to bring the UK-India Free Trade Agreement into force as soon as possible.
And that's the latest feature.
From the studios of Extreme Sports in Hastings, Nebraska, we present Huddle Up, a great way to start your day with all the news, weather, and sports you need, interesting interviews, and friendly conversation from two guys that go together like Scooby and Shaggy, Mike Will and Tyson Havronic.
Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Huddle Up here on Extreme Sports, and welcome to a Thursday. It's the 4th day of June for 2026. Mike Will, Tyson Havronic with you as we get you up and get you going here, getting you out the door for another day. A lot to talk about here today. Of course, rain taking care of most of the Legion baseball activity last night. Games involving Hastings and North Platte called off at Duncan Field. The contest between Hastings, Runza, and Sutton was also postponed due to the weather last night. All three teams will be in action this weekend. We'll talk about that coming up. Hastings Sodbusters picked up their first win of the season last night, albeit in a rain-shortened affair up in Grand Island. Sodbusters beat the Grand Island Fighting Cranes by the score of 9-8. The game was called in the 6th inning because of rain. That's the first loss of the season for the Cranes. Same two teams will play again tonight at Duncan beginning at 7 o'clock. The 68th annual Shrine Bowl football game going to be played on Saturday at Ron and Carroll Cope Stadium, Foster Field in Kearney. Texas beat Texas Tech 7-3 last night in the first game of the Women's College World Series in Oklahoma City. Game number 2 of the best-of-3 affair is set for tonight. The New York Knicks coming back from a 14-point second-half deficit to beat San Antonio 105-95 last night in the first game of the NBA Championship Series. And the Stanley Cup resumes tonight. Las Vegas playing at Carolina. The Golden Knights won the series opener on Tuesday by the score of 5-4. So that's just some of the things we'll be talking about on the show here today. Also going to be hearing more from Fred Hoiberg, the Nebraska men's basketball coach, as the Huskers get ready for their summer workouts that will get underway next week. So all that and more is on the plate today as we welcome in Tyson Havronic in the Western Studios. Good morning, my man.
Yeah, good morning. Getting up, getting after it, getting better all the time, and getting ready for a good show.
Feeling better today?
Little by little.
Step by step. Baby steps, baby.
Little by little.
All right. So, anyway, yeah, Tyson, he was out earlier in the week. A little groggy, a little under the weather earlier in the week, but we're slowly but surely getting him back into form here. The NBA, we'll start there. Last night, the Knicks came back from a 14-point second-half deficit to beat San Antonio 105-95 in the first game of the NBA Championship Series. Jalen Brunson scored 13 of his game-high 30 points in the fourth quarter for the Knicks. Game 2 coming up on Friday in San Antonio. Watched a little bit of that last night while I was having dinner. And San Antonio, they had it right where they wanted. They were playing well, got into the second half, had a lead. I thought, wow, San Antonio is going to make this maybe a series yet. But the Knicks come back. They had a big second half and obviously a big quarter for Jalen Brunson last night. Scores 13 of his game-high 30 in the fourth quarter. And the Knicks win game one, 105 to 95 over the San Antonio Spurs.
And was it San Antonio was like a 4.5-point favorite? You told me yesterday that everyone was sitting on the New York Knicks from the Vegas perspective, so Vegas is kind of chomping on the fingernails a little bit.
Yep. So, game two is coming up on Friday in San Antonio. Something odd happened last night during the game. A fan ran onto the floor during the fourth quarter last night and attempted to take a selfie with a San Antonio Spurs player during the game. Just ran out there and tried to take a picture of him and Victor Wembanyama.
Wembley?
Yeah, Wembley.
There you go.
Well, is it Wembley? Did they just call him Wembley because nobody can pronounce his name?
Good Lord.
Yeah, so somebody ran out onto the stands and onto the floor, tried to take a selfie with the Wembley right during the game. It happened with 6:28 remaining in the game. New York was holding a 92-86 lead at the time. The fan ran onto the court with a cell phone in his right hand, stopped in front of Wembley, and Knicks center Mitchell Robinson near the three-point line, and then quickly was pushed away by two security guards as he attempted to take the picture.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Yeah. Leave it up to the fans. Any fan who runs onto the court during an NBA game is subject to ejection, a potential ban from future events at the arena, and even the possibility of criminal charges. It wasn't immediately known if the fan involved in the incident last night was arrested and charged. But, they'll certainly look at that today and probably make some determination on the status of this fan attending future games. But I assume alcohol probably had something to do with that. Doesn't say anything about that. But he wasn't drunk enough. He ran out onto the floor, so he wasn't stumbling drunk.
And sometimes people are just idiots.
Yeah, maybe the guy had a dare from one of his buddies to do it.
Double dog dare?
Double dog dare.
You can't turn down a triple dog dare.
No, so this guy, he's going to get a picture of Wembley, and I don't know if he got the picture taken, but he was whisked away by security personnel. That happened.
My luck, the lock screen would go on just like right as I was about to hit the camera. Oh, crap.
Oh, you had it going the wrong way. Yeah, it could be the wrong way, and you took a picture of yourself. You took a picture of yourself while you're standing
you took a picture of the ceiling, basically.
Did all that work, got out on the floor, made a fool of yourself, and then you had the camera going in the wrong direction.
Good stick song.
Speaking of cameras, let's see. I got another story involving that. Oh, yeah. Santa Clara County District Attorney's Office has issued a warrant for the arrest of San Francisco 49ers wide receiver Brandon Ayuk on a misdemeanor charge of exhibition of speeding. Now, the warrant is in reference to a video that Ayuk posted to the YouTube channel back in December, in which he appears to be driving a car. He's in the driver's seat. He taped himself while driving, going well over the 40-mile-per-hour posted speed limit on a road around Levi Stadium.
Excellent.
Yeah, he posted a video to YouTube back in December, and they say he was just in excess of 40 miles per hour. I assume he was well over 40 miles per hour. Well, in a few days after posting that video back in December, Ayuk apologized for sharing the video of himself driving a Cadillac ST or CT5V Blackwing. No, it's not a car that you and I would basically be driving around the streets of Hastings. It's a Cadillac CT5V Blackwing. And he was driving that around Levi's Stadium in excess of 40 miles per hour. He posted the video to YouTube, later apologized, and then got word yesterday that there's been an arrest warrant issued for his arrest for the incident. Well, shortly after the news of the warrant got out, Ayuk posted a video again to his Instagram account, this time of himself driving a car on a racetrack.
Nice.
So now he is up on this charge of exhibition of speed in San Francisco. So be careful when you post videos like that you're not breaking the law, because Johnny Law might be watching. And yeah, he posted a video of himself driving a car in excess of 40 miles per hour.
I think it's a little excessive. They put out an arrest warrant for exhibition of speed.
Well,
like,
obviously he wasn't going like 55. No,
right,
excess
Sammy
of
Hagar.
40 miles per hour. I assume he was well over 40 miles per hour in the speed
you don't
zone.
put out an arrest warrant
Well,
for
you don't
exhibition of speed.
For crying out loud, you don't post a damn video to YouTube and say, hey, look at me. I'm driving this Cadillac around Levi's Stadium at 100 mile an hour, or what the hell he was doing. You don't post it to social media.
Give a guy a fine.
Well, I'm
Put
sure
out
he's
an
going to
warrant
get
for their arrest.
I'm sure he's not going to be in a lot of trouble, but he's going to probably get a fine over the deal. You wouldn't go to all that trouble issuing an arrest warrant, making this thing such a big story. He's going to receive some kind of a penalty.
Next topic.
Maybe you ought to concentrate on securing a job.
Next topic.
Well, he's not part of the 49ers anymore, is he? They're trying to deal him, or I think they're trying to trade him. Maybe he ought to be concentrating his efforts on acquiring a job for the future. Talked about this, speaking of the NFL, talked about this yesterday. Russell Wilson has now confirmed
Blech.
he's now confirmed that he's going to take that job with CBS, and he basically announced his retirement yesterday on his social media sites. Came 2 days after the news broke that he was finalizing a deal to become an analyst for the CBS Sunday NFL pregame show. So it looks like Russell Wilson is going to retire. We kind of talked about it yesterday, about maybe after several weeks when some team needed a quarterback, that Russell Wilson would step back into the league. Mm-hmm. But no, he posted on his social media sites yesterday that this was officially his retirement. Played 14 seasons after being taken by Seattle in the third round of the 2012 NFL Draft out of North Carolina State. Of course, spent the first 10 years with the Seahawks, leading them to the first Super Bowl championship in the 2013 season. He was then traded to Denver after the 2021 season, spent 2 rocky years with the Broncos before playing 1 season in Pittsburgh and a season with the New York Giants. That's enough. 14 years in the league. Russell Wilson is going to be on the tube beginning this fall. He threw for 46,966 yards, 353 touchdowns, and 114 interceptions in his 14 years in the NFL.
So. Can't wait to listen to him. He's a prick. I guess the cat's out of the bag, right? I spent the last couple of days. I wasn't really sick. I was interviewing for the CBS job. It was between me and Russell, and of course they give it to a former NFL player. Just another opportunity on the headsets lost to. I don't know. I'm not a big Russell Wilson guy, so.
Yeah, I don't know if that would make me turn my TV over to CBS on Sunday, having Russell Wilson on. I probably won't change my viewing habits at all on Sunday, having Russell Wilson.
Are you
now
getting
on.
closer and closer to the red zone side?
No.
You didn't move the meter at all last year?
No, not when you talked about that.
Oh, it's still the best.
A lot of you people are still in that red zone.
Best and only way.
I watched like some of the regional baseball.
Yeah.
They had a similar deal with that.
Matt Schick's coverage?
Yeah, with 4 or 5 games being all played at the same time on the same screen.
Mm-hmm.
I watched a little bit of that, but I'm not going to do it for the NFL. What are you wearing today? Let's see. Just making sure you didn't get out your burnt orange out of your closet this morning. Texas beat Texas Tech last night in the first game of the championship series of the Women's College World Series. They won by the score of 7-3. So game 2 is coming up tonight. The Longhorns can wrap up their second consecutive national championship with a victory in game 2 tonight. And I looked, the winners of game 1 have gone on to win the championship 80% of the time since the best-of-3 series format began in 2005. So Texas is on their way to another softball national championship. Although this is the rematch from last year. Texas Tech actually won game 2 last year. And then Texas went on to claim the championship with a game 3 victory. So basically in the same boat as they were last year. Texas winning game 1. Texas Tech won game 2, and Texas won game 3 last year to wrap up the championship. And they're heading down the same path. Again, game 2 is coming up tonight. Texas wins tonight. I expect you to get your burnt orange. Or do you even have any burnt orange color in your...
Say Texas one more time. I'm getting pretty nauseous over here.
You're starting to feel sick again?
I can... I was just going to get to that point. I could go to my wardrobe right now in the room.
Open her up.
I will tell you, like, of all of the colors, there's like 2 that I don't have. I don't have any orange. I have no orange clothes.
No orange at all, not even close to burnt orange?
And no gold. No orange or gold.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't think I can say the same thing.
People just know better.
I think I do have some orange.
Of course you do.
I think I have some orange. And I think I have some gold in my closet. So
the closest I come is a 94 Orange Bowl shirt.
That says Orange Bowl on it?
That says Orange Bowl on it.
That's as close to
orange. That's a classic.
So,
Ryan Martin chiming in. Was that our own Victor Rojas on commentary for the Kansas-Arkansas regional last week? It was. He was down in Lawrence. I think he's still on broadcast duties for Super Regionals this weekend. So,
wow.
Yeah.
In addition to his duties as the Sodbusters coach?
In addition to, I think he got a little time off.
Wow. So he was on the Kansas broadcast, huh?
Yep, that was in the contract.
God, I ought to effort him, see if we can find him and talk about the Super Regionals tomorrow. He's probably too busy to talk to us this week.
Might be a little busy.
The Pittsburgh... No, go ahead.
I was going to say you can try.
Good. The Pittsburgh Steelers in the news again today. Of course, yesterday they signed their outside linebacker, Nick Herbig, to a $100 million contract extension. And now, yesterday, they reached an agreement with tight end Darnell Washington.
Nice.
On a 4-year, $42 million extension that includes $21 million in guaranteed money. This is a guy you might want to put on your fantasy roster for next year. He's a supersized tight end. He is big. He's 6'7". He weighs 300 pounds. They use him basically in the red zone. Obviously, with that 6'7" frame, he caught a career-high 364 yards and 31 catches in 2025. He's got a touchdown catch in each of his past 2 seasons. So Pittsburgh signed him to a $42 million contract extension that includes $21 million in guaranteed money. Steelers are spending some bucks here in the offseason to get some of these younger guys locked up for the next several years. Yesterday, it was Nick Herbig. Today, it is Darnell Washington, their big 6'7" tight end. So when you're looking at your fantasy roster this year and you can't find a tight end, you might look to Darnell Washington.
The sleeper.
Yeah, I know we've got some Chiefs guys in the lobby. So you might want to chime in on the prospects for Darnell Washington.
Did you say Chiefs guys? You meant Steelers.
Did I say Chiefs?
Yeah.
We got some Chiefs fans in the lobby, too.
Were you picturing Darnell Washington in a Chiefs jersey?
No. They've already locked him up now. Yeah, I can't see him. I don't know a lot about Darnell Washington. Just what I have in front of me, that he's big. 6'7", 300 pounds, and they use him around the red zone.
Good enough for me in Madden.
Yeah, that's some news coming out of the NFL today. The Packers might be without Micah Parsons for a portion of the season. Of course, he had an ACL injury last year. He said that he wanted to be ready for the start of the season. Doesn't look like that is going to happen. He sustained the injury against Denver on December the 14th, and he said shortly afterwards that he would hope to return within the first month of the 2026 season, which opens on September the 13th at Minnesota. Looks like he's going to be behind that schedule. Probably going to open the season on the PUP list, which means he'll have to sit out at least the first 4 games of the season. He can practice the week of Game 5 and then be ready maybe for the Week 6 game. And it just happens to be the Packers are playing the Cowboys that week. His old team on October the 18th.
Well, that's poetry.
So I'm sure they're going to get him on track to play by October the 18th when Parsons plays his old team, the Dallas Cowboys.
The Fox game of the week will command it.
Or it'll be a Monday night game.
No, you wouldn't put that on Monday. You'd put that on your Sunday game of the week, or
Dallas Green Bay could be a Monday game.
Or worse, the NFL
could put it on a Thursday.
Sunday night game.
Or a Sunday at noon game.
Ew.
Just to make everybody mad. So anyway, Michael Parsons, if you're a Packers fan, it looks like you're going to have to at least start the season without your number one guy on defense basically on the shelf. Something happened last night in Major League Baseball we want to talk about. Lots of things to talk about in our news and notes here today. So if you'd like to chime in, you can. 402-834-1330. 402-834-1330. You
talking about the streak?
That's coming up next.
The streak?
That's the Hamilton Telecommunications fan line if you'd like to chime in with us. If you'd like to leave us a message on the social media sites, we're monitoring those comments as well. Christopher Sanchez, is that the streak you're referring to?
That's the streak.
Philadelphia Phillies ace. He finally gave up a run last night after 663 pitches, 190 batters faced. He finally gave up a run last night. First run he's given up as a pitcher since late April. He gave up a 2-out RBI single to San Diego Padres' Jackson Merrill in the 7th inning. But that was quite a streak he put together. 663 pitches, 190 batters faced, and he finally gave up his first one he's given up since late April.
Yeah, I was watching Big Inning for a little bit last night, and they eventually showed that run that got scored. And what was so funny about the way kind of Sanchez was handling that, the minute that the run scores, it's a game tying single, and the hometown crowd comes to their feet, and you could just tell like Sanchez had this expression on the mound. He's like, I have never seen and gotten more love for giving up a run in my entire life. But yeah, it was a really impressive streak, and as that continued to go on, and really it started to pick up headlines at the end of the last start, and then going into today, there was just so much hype in that game. So yeah, that was a lot of fun to see. Cardinals picked up the win as well, so everything's right in my world on the baseball front.
Did they pull Sanchez after he gave up the run? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
You wouldn't think just because he gave up a run, they're going to jerk him off of the mound in the seventh inning.
No, I think they let him face a couple more batters.
All right, so that was a streak in Major League Baseball. Do the Royals or the Cardinals have a better record right now in Major League Baseball?
Oh, baby. Cardinals have a way better record.
Do they?
Yeah.
I ran into some folks last night that made a little side wager. They've had this little side wager going on for the past 2 or 3 years.
Oh, no.
On whether or not the Cardinals or the Royals would have a better record at the end of the season. So they were in the same establishment as I was last night, and they kind of got together and they were ribbing each other. They were saying the Cardinals had a big advantage over the Royals this year. I said, oh, wait a minute. Tyson always talks about the big meltdown toward the middle part of the season for the Cardinals, so it's probably
possible. It's possible, but, it's just fun. We are punching way above our weight class.
Yeah.
We may have got in way over our heads. There is a very realistic possibility that this thing could fold with a breeze, but it's fun. It's young. It's the youngest lineup in Major League Baseball. A bullpen that's kind of put together by bubblegum and twisty ties. A starting rotation that is just getting innings. A defense that's making plays behind it. We're not a flashy rotation. We're not a strikeout. We don't have the big dominating ace like you see on a lot of MLB staffs. But what St. Louis is doing is what St. Louis has always done that has made them a good baseball team and a fun team for Cardinal Nation to watch, because it's a pitching staff that just puts the ball in play. It's old school baseball. Put the ball in play. Defense makes good things happen behind you. If you locate well enough, you're not going to give up the 450-foot jacks. It's not about exit velocity and blowing it by your fastballs. It's old school Cardinal baseball, and it's been fun. So even if this thing falls to shit, we go on a 13-game losing streak,
which could happen.
It could very well happen. It's still been fun to watch us up, just be competitive for. Hell, we're into the summer, and we weren't here last year, so.
Yeah, it's June already.
It's been fun.
So the Royals are way behind St. Louis as far as the winning percentage?
I'm afraid so.
All right. I'll keep an eyeball on that because I know all the individuals that are involved in this little side bet. So, all right, those are some of the things talking about here this morning on this Thursday morning. The 4th day of June, time to get up and get rolling, get out the door. Had a lot of rain last night.
Holy crap.
I didn't even know rain was in the forecast yesterday. I go out. We had baseball scheduled last night with
you had Tim on.
Legion. Yeah, but he was talking about stuff to the west of here and to the northwest. I go out. I was going to grab something to eat before I went to the ballpark yesterday. Went out, and there's dark clouds out there. I said, oh, wait. So I checked my radar on my phone.
Sure.
God, we got a lot of thunderstorms around. I sure hope they don't move through here. Well, then I was I was eating my lunch, and all of a sudden my alerts go off on my phone, and we're under severe thunderstorm warnings, and it's headed right for us.
What the hell?
And it just kind of hunkered down for a while. So I spent like 40 minutes in the parking lot at Duncan Field in my car watching it rain. I said, we're on turf. We're going to be all right. So I get out of my car.
I love the post.
Well, I had posted, with rain going.
And it was
There's
it was literally a
up.
river. There was a stream forming in the Duncan Field parking lot, but you had posted with such confidence.
Yeah.
Pre-game at 3:45.
Yeah, pregame coming up. We have Hastings and North Platte coming up as rain was just coming down in buckets. So we got in. And we're on turf. It's going to be all right. Well, then it just kept on kind of miserable type of rain, just, rains here, and then it kind of stops. And then a drizzly type of rain, it continues on. So it got to be about 5 o'clock, and that's when the juniors game was supposed to start.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had a lightning strike. You know what that means?
5:30.
5:30 starting time, so we push her back to 5:30. We meet again at 5:30. Guess what? Just as we were meeting, another lightning strike.
You know what? Let's just go home.
6 o'clock came. About 5:45, more rain came, heavier than what we had been experiencing.
Man, I'm surprised you hung around.
They were
At 5:30 after the lightning strike.
They were bound and determined to play because North Platte was already here. The North Platte juniors are already here. They canceled the seniors game. They canceled that at about 5:15 because the seniors team was en route and they weren't here yet.
Oh,
so
I gotcha.
They're going their damnedest to try to get the juniors game in last night because the juniors were already there and in uniform. So they didn't want them to go back to North Platte and then have to come back later to play. So they were trying to get that juniors game in, but just couldn't do it last night. They finally said, we're not playing tonight. Probably a great decision because we had rain on and off throughout the night last night.
Oh, it was constant all night last night. Chiefs chiming in on the Facebook comments with a good signing by the Steelers. Washington can play offensive line if needed. The guy is huge. Tight end for the Steelers to extend Joey Porter next season.
That's next?
Yep.
So expect another Steelers signing today. They're doing this one player at a time. Had Herbig 2 days ago. Now we got Washington today, and now the Chief says look for Joey Porter Jr. to be signed next. So we'll keep our eyes on.
He's been pretty spot on with the Steelers lately.
Yeah,
so.
he's in touch with what's going on.
He might have an inside line to the front office.
Well, hell, it's almost like he's in Pittsburgh. Anybody seen the Chiefs since school's been out?
Saw photographic evidence that he was in Vegas.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
Wonder how that went. God, I wonder how that went with the Chief. He hasn't said anything, has he?
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
That's right.
You know the rules.
Yes, I do. Waking up with Mike and Tyson here this morning. This was Huddle Up on Extreme Sports at 7:33.
It's time for a morning news update on Extreme Sports.
The annual Battle of the Badges Blood Drive returns to Hastings today. The friendly competition pits members of the police and fire as they encourage residents to donate blood. Donors can cast a vote for either agency with bragging rights going to the team that attracts the most support. The event will be held at the Lark from 11 a.m. until 5. Officials say the drive helps replenish local blood supplies ahead of the busy summer season. Meanwhile, the Hastings Police Department has wrapped up its participation in the National Make It Click campaign during the May 15th through the 31st, the Memorial Day holiday. Officers worked nearly 59 hours of overtime focused on seatbelt compliance and traffic safety. The department issued 128 citations for various traffic and criminal offenses during the campaign, funded by a grant from the Nebraska Department of Transportation. The initiative aims to reduce injuries and fatalities involving unrestricted drivers and passengers. Police are reminding motorists to buckle up and follow all traffic safety laws. It is now 7:34. We'll head back over to the East Side Studios. Mike, what's going on in sports?
Well, sports today brought to you by Bamboo Mind and Body Spa of Hastings and Blue Hill, your 24-hour wellness center, where members can access a variety of amenities on their own time. Rain took care of the Legion baseball schedule for last night. Hastings 5 Points Bank and Hastings Johnson Imperial Homes had their games against North Platte called off. Hastings Runza and Sutton also had their game postponed due to the weather. Those games will be made up later on this season. Hastings 5 Points Bank will play in a Kansas City tournament beginning today. Hastings Johnson Imperial Homes will play in a Tri-Cities tournament beginning tomorrow. And Hastings Runza is at the Omaha West Side tournament beginning on Friday. Hastings Sodbusters picked up their first win of the season last night with a 9-8 win over the Grand Island Fightin' Cranes at Ryder Park. The game was called in the 6th inning because of rain. It's the first loss of the season for the Cranes. Same two teams are scheduled to play again tonight at Duncan Field beginning at 7. The 68th annual Shrine Bowl football game will be played on Saturday at Ron and Carol Cope Stadium, Foster Field in Kearney. Adams Central football coach Josh Lewis is part of the South coaching staff. Nick Musel of Adams Central is on the South roster, along with Cannon Allen and Colin Stolpe of Aurora, Jack Poppy of Donovan Trumbull, Hayden Fuqua, and Zach Wolf of Kearney, and Atreyu May of Kearney Catholic. Kickoff for the game on Saturday will be at 4. Texas beat Texas Tech 7-3 last night in the first game of the Women's College World Series Championship Series. The number 2 seeded Longhorns can wrap up their second consecutive national championship with a victory in Game 2 tonight. Winner of Game 1 has gone on to win the championship 80% of the time since the best-of-3 series format began in 2005. The New York Knicks came from a 14-point second-half deficit to beat San Antonio 105-95 in the first game of the NBA Championship Series. Jalen Brunson scored 13 of his game-high 30 points in the fourth quarter for the Knicks. Game 2 is coming up on Friday in San Antonio. And the Stanley Cup Final resumes tonight as Las Vegas is at Carolina. The Golden Knights won the series opener on Tuesday, 5-4. That's a check in your sports headlines coming up on 7:37 on Extreme Sports.
It's time for a morning weather update on Extreme Sports with Chief Meteorologist Tim Jones.
More showers and thunderstorms in the forecast on this Thursday. Slightly cooler with highs in the upper 70s and afternoon thunderstorms getting going right around the Tri-Cities. Large hail damaging winds could be a threat with some of these storms today, especially around Highway 281 and to the east. Overnight tonight, we'll start to clear out those storms, a low of 60, 90 on Friday with plenty of sunshine. 2 storms Friday night, 90 again on Saturday, and a little cooler Sunday back to the 80s.
As you wake up, get going this morning, we've got south winds at 6. Cloudy skies, it is 69 in Hastings at Extreme Sports.
Looking for the perfect way to spend your Friday night in Hastings? Head just east of town on J Street and experience the excitement of Cam Raceway. Every Friday night through August, Cam Raceway brings you a full evening of grassroots racing on Nebraska's fastest 8th-mile dirt track. You'll see it all. Stock non-wing micros, restricted micros, junior sprints, junior cage karts, adult flat karts, and junior flat karts. Catch all the local drivers, all competing for the win under the lights. Gates open at 7 p.m. and racing gets underway at 8 p.m. And the best part, Admission is just $10, and kids 12 and under get in free with a paying adult. So this Friday night, skip the routine and make your way to Cam Raceway, where the engines fire up, the dirt flies, and the whole family can enjoy a night at the races.
Bring the family out for a fun afternoon supporting a great cause. Join us Sunday, June 14th for Vintage Wheels, Timeless Appeal at District 14 Bar and Pizza, located at 1105 Theater Drive in Hastings. Come check out classic cars and motorcycles, enjoy carnival games, water games, and great food from Pitbull Catering, Serrano's Mexican Grill, and Lemonade Shack. Registration begins at noon, and the show runs from 1 to 5 p.m. Entry is just $15 per car or motorcycle, with free will donations benefiting Children's Hospital in Omaha through the Children's Miracle Network. For more information or to pre-register, contact jnac at jjzexer@gmail.com. Don't miss Vintage Wheels, Timeless Appeal, Sunday, June 14th in Hastings.
Accessible and affordable holistic care is just around the corner at Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center. Located at 208 South Burlington Avenue, Suite 101 in Hastings. At Bamboo Spa, we offer a range of therapies to help you unwind and recharge. Experience soothing massages, rejuvenating head spa scalp treatments, and our Advanced Glow 2 facials. Discover the healing power of ozone therapy and frequency healing. Become a member for exclusive 24-hour access to our therapeutic amenities, including the infrared sauna, hydro massage, and cryo lounge. Members enjoy 20% off all services and 10% off products in our non-toxic retail shop. Visit our Facebook page to learn more and book your appointment today. Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center, truly holistic care, designed for you.
I'm John Butler, funeral director and owner at Livingston Butler Vollen Funeral Home and Cremation Center in Hastings.
And I'm Nikki Butler, the Advanced Funeral Planning Specialist. Whether you choose a traditional service, cremation, or a unique memorial service, our experienced staff is here to help guide you through every step. Visit us at lbvfh.com to learn more about our services and how we can support you.
Livingston Butler Vollen Funeral Home and Cremation Center. We are here when your need is greatest.
Hamilton has been providing IT solutions for businesses across the state of Nebraska for more than 3 decades. We know that Nebraska businesses are a driving force of support for the communities in which we live and work. We keep them connected and protected by delivering cybersecurity, hosted phones, and managed IT. We are grateful to be part of our Nebraska communities and to support their technology needs.
More information at Hamilton is Business.
This summer, baseball lives on Extreme Sports. Extreme Sports is your exclusive home for American Legion Baseball, bringing you every big moment from Hastings 5 Points Bank, Hastings Johnson Imperial Homes, and Hastings Runza. From the first pitch of the regular season to the intensity of the postseason, we've got it all covered. Every game, every inning, every highlight. Don't miss a single thing this summer. American Legion Baseball lives right here on Extreme Sports.
All right, Mike Williams, Heinz and Vronic with you. It's Huddle Up on Extreme Sports for this Thursday, 4th day of June, 2026.
Do you,
go
ahead.
Go ahead.
All right. Jim Slacker tomorrow. Probably talking Belmont.
Yeah.
Did you happen to see the post position draw?
I did not.
All right.
Most of the Kentucky Derby runners coming back now for the Belmont?
No, I mean the Kentucky Derby winner is Golden
Just
Tempo.
The winner? Nobody else from the field is.
A couple from the field. It's just a 9-horse field.
Wow.
So yeah, 9-horse field.
So yeah, the Kentucky Derby winner, he skipped the Preakness.
Skipped the Preakness.
So he's back for the Belmont. What post did he draw?
He's in the 9 hole.
Ooh.
Outside rail.
Outside
rail. 9-2 favorite.
Of course, breaking from a nine hole, it's not like you got 20 horses out there.
You're not going to get stuck in the middle.
Yeah. Breaking from a 9 hole is probably a good spot for him. We'll talk to Jimmy about it tomorrow, but yeah, 9 hole shot should be all right for the.
He's a closer anyway, so
yeah,
he'll be wanting to come from the back. Virtue Woven Man that gets the post position at the 1. He's the long shot at 30-1. Power Shift comes in at 2 at 12-1. Chief Wallaby, I believe he was a Derby horse. He will be 3-1 in the 3 hole. Renegade is back. He draws the 4 position. I would expect him to potentially be the morning line favorite at 2-1. He's certainly where I'd put my money on at that 4 spot. You got Otaniho, the 5. He's a 20-1 long shot. Growth
he
Equity.
Ran in the Derby, didn't he? Didn't he? Wasn't he one of the top
Otaniho?
3? Yeah, that name sounds familiar. Maybe that was who Jimmy was on.
All right.
So anyway, he's back here. Go ahead.
He's back in the 5. Growth Equity sounds more like a bank statement, isn't it? 6. That's a 12-1 mid shot. Commandment draws the 7 at 6-1, and then Emerging Market at the 8 spot at 6-1.
All right, so that's what's going on with the horse race this weekend.
The fact that you spiked up at the 20-1 Otaniho now has me tempted to throw that horse into like an exotic play.
Well, why does that ring a bell?
He's 20-1.
Why did it ring a bell, though? Was it because Jimmy was on it for the Kentucky Derby, or did he actually get in the top
Jimmy's
3?
in the chat. Can he buzz us a?
Yeah, let us know about it. If not, we'll talk about it tomorrow.
Why do we like this horse?
Or why is it in our memory bank?
Do you have a dream?
No. He either was in the top
fruition?
3. Yeah, he was either in the top 3 or Jimmy kind of liked him. So, yeah, he might be thrown into your exotic picks for this week.
I've had such a bad season at the horse track this year. Like, I'm willing to try anything.
One race can turn it all around.
And you just you perking up at a 20-1. I can't not play that.
Yeah, if I said something, I'd take my word for it. All right, let's talk some Nebraska men's basketball. Again, the Huskers starting their summer workouts next week. Had a little sit down with Fred Hoiberg this week. His off-season news conference in Lincoln. Anyway, we talked about what's coming up for the Huskers and about what's ahead as far as their schedule and things are concerned. The Huskers are going to play 3 exhibition games this year. Count them: BYU, St. Louis, and a to-be-announced game coming up. But 3 exhibition games for the Nebraska men's basketball team this year.
We really wanted to test ourselves in the preseason. I thought it was great last year when we played BYU, and we got a really good feel for how our guys were going to go out there and compete against a top 10 team. And that game obviously went very well for us. And, this year with 3 of those games, I think we've announced 2 of them. The third one should be announced shortly. But, it's 3 really good opportunities for us. As far as our scheduling, we're trying to get a home-and-home with a high major team. We're having a lot of trouble getting those kind of games set right now. Just the landscape of where we are, everybody's playing neutral site games right now just to try to bolster up their budgets. And, we have some of those in place. I think we've announced most of them, Seamus, if I'm not mistaken, 2 of them. And, we're working on some others. But we're trying. We're having a lot of trouble scheduling high major games and starting home-and-home series. It's just a really difficult thing to do in today's landscape. So we're doing the best we can. We feel good about the schedule with where it is right now. And, those neutral site games are important for a team like us. We have to do everything we can, to compete against teams that spend a lot more money than we do. So, that's part of the process. It's the, one of the things that you just have to do in this business to give yourself as much of a competitive advantage as you can. So, scheduling is a lot different than it used to be. And we're doing everything we can to give us a competitive schedule. We have an analytics company that helps us with that as well. And, just try to prepare ourselves as best as possible going into what is the best league in the country. And, especially coming off a year where you had 8 of the 16 in the Sweet 16 and 2 of the Final 4 and the national champion. So, we're going to get tested in the non-conference. But, again, you got to make sure that you're prepared the right way heading into league play.
Also talked about Providence. That's going to be the season opener as of now for Nebraska in the Hall of Fame Tip-Off Classic on November the 7th.
You work with, the people that put those games together and who can help you out the most, as far as helping you with your budget. And that's just the reality, guys. It's where we are right now in our game. And, we found a really, what I think is going to be a really good opponent. You see what they've done with their roster. They've had some unbelievable additions with what they've done to put that team together. And that's going to be a heck of a challenge, basically, in a road environment. We're going to play a couple others that obviously will be back in Sioux Falls against Boise, who's got a heck of a team. I've got so much respect for Leon and the way that he does things. And, that'll be more of a home environment for us, as it has been the last couple of years. And then we're working on a couple more again, but it's all about doing everything we can to give ourselves as much of a competitive advantage as we can. We're working on those and constantly trying to do the best thing for our program.
All right, what about the roster now? The coach says he expects some good things from Braden Frager next year.
I think the biggest growth for Braden's just going to be playmaking, defensively taking a step. I thought he made huge strides from his redshirt year to his first year of eligibility on the court. But there's more room to grow with his physical tools and his body. He should be able to be a lockdown defender. And, when you look at what teams are doing now and at the highest level, everybody's can guard pretty much. The guys that sometimes maybe score 40 a game aren't quite the defenders as some of those other guys, but, you got to be able to guard at that level. So, that's something that, Braden, Connor, Price, all those guys, still have room to grow in it. And, listen, we have to make up for some pretty good defenders with Jamarcus, with Sam. Rink was the anchor. He was a really good pick-and-roll defender for us. So, again, we think that we've got some guys that can fill those shoes, but you never truly know until they get out there. But, Braden, I think he'd tell you he's got a lot of room to grow. That's the thing about a guy that's as athletic as he is, that has as high a ceiling as he does. There's room to grow. He had a great NCAA tournament. He averaged, I think, almost 16 points at almost 40% from three, and that should give him confidence going into this year.
Coach also looking for some good things from Leo Curtis. He's the big 7'2" freshman that we had this year, kid that came to us from Iceland.
He didn't get a lot of opportunity, but when he did, he took full advantage of it. When you look at what he did in the Michigan game, and when Rink was in the back, and throwing up the whole day, the previous night, for him to go out there and perform the way he did against the number one team in the country on the road with no fear, and that's the thing that impressed me the most about Leo. I thought he gave us great minutes in the tournament when he went out there. He got a dunk. Listen, that's very nerve-wracking for a player that hasn't gotten a lot of minutes to have to go in that setting, in that environment, and provide a positive contribution to your team. And he did that. He gave us a couple good defensive possessions in that game as well. And, he's very young, and, most likely when the rule passes, he'll have 4 years left to play for us, I think. Right, Jameis? Yeah. So, but yeah, he's going to have a great chance. We've never promised anything to anybody when we recruit them. Those guys will determine who's in the rotation, who starts, who finishes. But Leo showed us enough last year that he's going to compete for minutes, whether it's as a starter, as a reserve, or whatever it is. But, he's given us confidence as a staff that we're going to be able to throw him out there, and he's going to give us great minutes. He's, still got to do some things better as far as handling the ball. We obviously play a lot through our bigs, but he grew in, 100% from where he was when he started with us a year ago. And he was with his national team a lot last summer. He's going to be here all summer long, and that's really going to help his development.
So the coach looking for improvement out of his squad for this upcoming season. They're also looking for some improvement out of the coaching staff themselves.
Yeah, I mean, as soon as you stop learning and you stop growing, you should get out of the business. We're doing a lot of projects right now. We're studying a lot of different systems, college and NBA and international. We watch a lot of international film over the course of the summer. And, there's a lot of things that we can do better. And, I thought that when you look at what we did on the defensive end of the floor to be top 10 nationally with that group, it says a lot about your guys, but it says a lot about Nate and his defensive staff that he's assembled. And, offensively, we had some really good moments. I always look at consistency. You can be more consistent across the board. But yeah, we're doing studies, we're doing projects. We'll start implementing, like I said, probably not next week, but the weekend after, we'll start just talking about the initial stages of the system, spacing on offense and the shell and what it's supposed to look like on the defensive end. But yeah, you're always looking to improve, and as soon as you stop doing that, you should get out of the game.
All right, that's Husker head coach Fred Hoiberg. Again, the Huskers will start their summer workouts beginning next week. So, all right, Huskers trying to repeat or improve from last season. 22 and 8 or 25 and 8 last year. Got into the round of 16 of the NCAA tournament. So, anyway, basketball starting next week in Lincoln. You're waking up with Mike and Tyson here this morning. This is a Huddle Up on Extreme Sports at 7:55.
Accessible and affordable holistic care is just around the corner at Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center. Located at 208 South Burlington Avenue, Suite 101 in Hastings. At Bamboo Spa, we offer a range of therapies to help you unwind and recharge. Experience soothing massages, rejuvenating head spa scalp treatments, and our Advanced Glow 2 facials. Discover the healing power of ozone therapy and frequency healing. Become a member for exclusive 24-hour access to our therapeutic amenities, including the infrared sauna, hydro massage, and cryo lounge. Members enjoy 20% off all services and 10% off products in our non-toxic retail shop. Visit our Facebook page to learn more and book your appointment today. Bamboo Spa and Wellness Center, truly holistic care, designed for you.
Connet Auto Care is the trusted name in automotive repair and maintenance services in Hastings. We're a gold-certified Napa Auto Care Center. Our ASE-certified technicians have the Blue Seal of Excellence, receive continuous training, and are committed to providing the best service your vehicle can get. Whether it's preventative maintenance, major repairs, or just an oil change, Connet Auto Care is here for you.
The key to a thriving community is a good foundation. And for over 75 years, Hastings Federal Credit Union has been building and supporting Hastings and the surrounding areas, providing the support for new cars to keep you on the road, new homes to give you a place to land, or help with whatever life throws your way. With easy access via online banking or our mobile app, it's never been easier to have your financial dreams at your fingertips. Come see us at Hastings Federal Credit Union to start your banking journey today.
Get ready, race fans. Cam Raceway is teaming up with Extreme Sports for an electrifying season of high-speed, dirt-slinging, adrenaline-pumping action. Every race night, we're bringing you live video coverage straight from the track, so you won't miss a single lap, pass, or photo finish. From non-wing warriors to cage karts, flat karts, and the A-class wing beasts, we've got it all. There's nothing like the roar of the engines, the smell of burning rubber, and the rush of dirt flying action right in front of you. So get to the track and experience it live. But if you can't make it, don't sweat. Extreme Sports has you covered. Buckle up because this season is going to be fast, fierce, and unforgettable. Make sure you like and follow Extreme Sports on Facebook to get all the latest updates, and we will see you at the track.
All right, Mike Wills, Heisen, Bronick with you. Huddle up on Extreme Sports for this Thursday. Again, rain took care of all the Legion baseball stuff from last night. All three Hastings teams will be in action this weekend. Hastings 5 Points actually playing in a Kansas City tournament beginning today. They've got games scheduled for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Hastings Johnson Imperial Homes in a Tri-City tournament beginning tomorrow. Hastings runs going to be playing in the Omaha West Side tourney beginning on Friday. Sodbusters and the Fightin' Cranes, they'll play tonight at Duncan Field, weather permitting. 7 o'clock starting time. The Sodbusters winning their first game of the season last night as they beat the Fightin' Cranes at Ryder 9-8. First
Are we
loss.
Weather permitting today?
Yep.
Is there rain in the forecast?
Yeah, did you listen to Tim at the bottom of the hour? Yeah, we've got rain. We've got thunderstorms. In fact, we could have.
He said we had rain
storms
yesterday, and we did, and you didn't listen to it.
Yeah, I was listening to it at the bottom of the hour because my yard is terrible.
Mm-hmm.
I really had it penciled in this morning to do my yard work, do my lawn mowing and my trimming.
Can't mow in the rain.
Can't do that.
Can't mow
Can't
wet
do that.
grass.
I might have a window of opportunity. I might have a window of opportunity maybe after 12 o'clock today. But Tim says we're going to have some thunderstorms develop later on from 281 east. That sounds like it could be us. Could see some hail and some severe weather tonight. So I think I have a small window of opportunity to maybe get the yard mowed today. If not, I'm gone for the weekend.
Ugh.
And by the time I get back, I'll need a horse. Maybe I can borrow Jim's horse. Just hitch him up out back and let him eat my grass.
It's a racehorse.
Don't they eat grass? Probably not.
Hey.
I probably need a cow.
There you go.
I probably need somebody's cow.
There you go. Chief's chiming in. Chief Wallaby, great name for a horse. I think I've got it done. My Exacta box for Belmont is ready to go. Are you ready for this?
Yep, go.
3, 4, 5.
You're not going to throw in the 9?
3, 4, 5.
No, wait. You're not going to throw in the 9?
No.
Make it a 4-horse box.
No. It's only a 9-horse field.
I know, so you put 4 of them in there.
No.
Why wouldn't you put in the 9?
Because then you're at a $24 bet, and if 9 and 4 come in, you've lost money. I'm economical about this.
I know, but 9 is going to be there somewhere. You're going to lose. So how much money are you going to lose?
$12.
So if you put the 9 in there, it's going to cost you 24?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd put the 9 in there.
No.
You're going to lose.
I'm a loser.
So you're going to go with who?
Chief Wallaby, Renegade, and Oda in a hoe.
Yeah, that 1 horse.
Oda in a hoe.
Okay, that sounds all right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
you have,
I'm a loser.
Well, you got to put Renegade in, or you got to put that number 9 horse in.
No, not putting 9 in.
So 3, 4, 5 is your play.
3, 4, 5 is my 3, 4, 5. Take it to the funner, somebody for me, please.
Book it.
Somebody
Lock
come
it
by
in.
to get my money to take my bet to Fawner because I can't go.
I'd take it up there for you, but I could probably do it tomorrow. 3, 4, 5.
3, 4, 5. Exacta box.
We'll talk to Jimmy. We'll have Jim Sliker from the Nebraska Thoroughbred Racing Network on the show with us tomorrow. Talk about talk about that race and all the other ones going on. Lincoln's still running this weekend.
Yep.
They'll try to run this weekend.
Well, weather permitting.
So, yeah, weather permitting. Throw that in there. So we'll talk horse racing tomorrow on the show. If you'd like to listen to what we had today, you can go back to our social media sites, download the podcast, listen to the show again, comments from Husker head coach Fred Hoiberg, and more. So you can check that out. You can make plans to be here again tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock. Weather-wise, if anything pops today, severe in nature, that Nebraska Weather TV goes live with the live coverage today. We'll have it for you here on Extreme Sports as well. You can tune in here and get the feed from Tim and his crew as they battle the weather maybe later on today. We'll have the latest right here. So anyway, if not, we'll get you back here tomorrow morning, 7 o'clock. It's Huddle Up on Extreme Sports. Have yourself a great day.
You've been listening to Huddle Up on Extreme Sports, Central Nebraska's new home for sports. Join us every weekday morning from 7 until 8 on Extreme Sports.
On the under 6 at various prices here, but more importantly, stylistically, if you're looking at the player props angle, again, some points around, they may be a little bit tougher to come by here because I think both netminders are really